Hey everybody, Jeremy here with a look at Guild Wars 2 class builds. I'm going to do what I call a special subtle build. And right now everybody's into Christmas, but I'm not right now. I mean, I'm not a Grinch, but I'm not going to do Christmas today. Today is going to be a look at the Subtle Ranger. And I haven't named a specific, I don't have a specific name for this class, but this, because there could be tons of subtle classes. What do I mean by subtle? Well, you look around the internet and everybody's always looking like, what's the best Mesmer build? What's the best Ranger build? Well, the best Ranger build is the one that you can have the most fun with. And Guild Wars 2 allows hundreds, maybe even thousands of builds for that to meet those requirements. That means thousands of different people can be happy. That's my rant. Anyways, you're going to go online, you're going to see things like the Shatterer, the Mesmer Shatterer build, and the Mesmer this build, and the Ranger long range build, and blah blah blah. So there is kind of a lot of set builds being made now.
Time to do some real damage.
So people are kind of settling into specific builds.
Your trebuchet's been destroyed.
But there are all those in-between builds you can do. There are tons of in-between builds you can do, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm calling them subtle. They're like, maybe they're a tweaked version of a regular build. Maybe they're something to meet a person who isn't really nimble with their fingers. Things like that. And as you can see, I'm showing off my Subtle Ranger right now, just kind of showing it off and
Enemy captured the clock tower.
And showing you how durable he is. Have you noticed how durable he is? And you can see I'm not really dodging and stuff very well. I'm not very good at that. I'm not as nimble with my fingers. And that's partly why I went with this. And in a minute here, you can see I have a polar bear. I just wanted to start this video by showing you me in action, and then I'll break down my skills. Oh! Surprise attack! Surprise attack! Whoops, I don't want to target them, I want to target... And I switched to my bow, I think, by accident. I didn't want to do that. I wanted my axe back. I want my axe back. I think they're using something that makes me auto-de-target them. So, you can tell I'm using an axe. I just said that. And you can see I'm doing pretty good. And I'm not really a good player. I'm just not.
Clock tower captured.
So that's enough of that. Let's go back and get out of the action, and we'll go over the gear, stats, skills, and traits and weapons real quick, and that'll wrap up this video for this look at the Subtle Ranger.
Greetings, weapon bearer.
Okay.
How are you?
So here's what we're looking at. Default armor stats. This is the stuff they just give you as a ranger. I didn't change any of these stats except for my weapons, which I'll show you in a minute. So basically, all precision and crit damage. Just stay with what they give you. Stay with what the game gives you by default. I went with an axe, and this just says Peacemaker axe because I got the really groovy looking skin for it. But this is the same stats. Just I got the axe, and actually I forgot to put the stats on it. But I have my Warhorn here, and I've got it on 60% chance on critical to inflict bleeding. So that's what I added to that. And I forget what I had on here. I think I had something similar. Basically, oh no, I had a crit chance. I believe I added more crit chance onto my axe. So we've got that. Let's look at the traits and here. Now the traits here I gave 30 in Skirmish, 10 in Nature Magic, and 30 in Beast Mastery, which I've also chosen the Mighty Swap. Pets gain 3 stacks of might when they are activated. I have Rending attacks. Drake, Feline Devourer, and Shark Pets bleed on critical hit with their basic attacks. And I've got Nature's Healing. Your pets have natural health regen. So for Nature's Magic, boons applied by your pets last longer. And Skirmishing, I got pets do 30% more damage on crit. Pets gain health on crit. You do 10% more crit damage when wielding an axe in your main hand. So that's it. And now let's look at our skills here. I'm using an axe, of course. So that gives me the basics: the Ricochet, Split Blade, Winter's Bite, Hunter's Call, and Call of the Wild. And what I went with for my chosen here is I went for Healing Spring. Heals you, your pet, and your allies, which is awesome. Signet of Stone. The passive improves toughness for me and my pet, and the active is your pets take no damage from attacks for a short time. Survival. Bleed foes with your next 5 attacks. That's awesome. Another Signet, second Signet of the Wild, grants health regen to you and your pet, and the active is your pets grow large, dealing more damage and gaining stability. Entangle. This is a nice one. This is a really long-lasting stun kind of effect. Immobilize, and it has bleeding. So, well, maybe it's not really long-lasting for Immobilize, but it's got a nice bleeding to it, and any immobilizing is kind of nice. Stuns are very popular in structured PvP. Well, in any PvP, stuns are always popular, and it's because if you can root your enemy, that can really open them up and make them vulnerable, even if it's for a few seconds. So that's a look at this subtle ranger that I made here, and I play it mainly long distance, and I usually send my pet in. I usually hit attack my target, and I just send him in, and I really try to stay back. I've actually stayed completely out of a fight so far back. I wasn't even fighting, actually doing any damage, but my pet was, and my pet was making a significant difference because he was helping some others on our team. Alright, that's a look at that. If you have an idea for any other subtle builds, if you think this is not a subtle build, or if you have a name you can think of for me, I could call it the Beastmaster build, or something, but that's probably already taken actually. But if you have any questions, complaints, problems, or just want to discuss, just go ahead and put it in the comments below, and I have links and information, so go ahead and read the information section as well. And I'll see you guys next time.